Should your husband predecease you, avoid these 5 costly errors. Every woman hopes to share life's journey with her beloved partner, weathering all storms together. However, during difficult times, particularly when the worst happens, women face not only the pain of loss, but also a series of challenging financial decisions. Have you ever considered what you would do to protect yourself and your family if you lost your partner? Sometimes, seemingly harmless decisions can lead to devastating consequences. Let's explore these potential pitfalls to avoid future regrets. 1. Home sale, a timely opportunity. The emotional state of a widow after bereavement. The loss of a husband is profound and can significantly impact a woman's mental well-being. The shared home holds countless memories, happy times, mornings spent with her husband reading the newspaper, family dinners. Consequently, after his death, the house itself can become overwhelming, causing pain, emptiness, and a sense of being burdened. These feelings may lead a widow to sell the house quickly to escape painful memories and associated sadness. However, this is often an emotional, not a rational decision. Driven by emotion, long-term financial and emotional consequences may not be fully considered. Common reasons for hasty home sales. Feelings of emptiness and loneliness. Entering a home once shared with a deceased spouse, every corner, every item evokes painful memories. This can cause unbearable distress, making the widow want to leave the space associated with the past. Selling the house becomes a means of escape. Pressure from others. After bereavement, widows often receive advice from family, friends, and loved ones. Many may suggest the house is too large or that she cannot manage it alone. This well-intentioned advice can inadvertently pressure the widow into an immediate sale without careful consideration. Lack of financial preparedness. Following the death of a spouse, widows may face sudden financial changes. This can create a sense of urgency to sell the house to cover living expenses. However, decisions made in a state of panic can lead to poor financial choices. Consequences of selling too soon. Loss of long-term asset value. Selling prematurely may result in an unfair price. In a vulnerable emotional state, widows can be exploited by real estate agents, selling below market value due to their urgent need for funds. Buyers may also take advantage of the seller's emotional vulnerability. Later regret. As grief subsides and perspective returns, the widow may regret the hasty sale. The house was not just an asset, it held irreplaceable family memories and history. This can lead to profound remorse. Loss of long-term stability. A home is more than shelter, it's a significant personal asset. Selling can lead to financial instability, especially without a plan for the proceeds. Funds may quickly deplete without long-term budgeting. Recommendations. Avoid hasty decisions. Selling a home is a significant, long-term decision. Widows should take time to carefully consider all aspects before making a choice. Avoiding emotional impulsivity. Seek professional advice. Consult experienced professionals, such as financial advisors or reputable real estate agents, for guidance in making informed decisions. Sell only when emotionally stable. There is no need for immediate action. Consider alternatives, such as redecorating, rearranging rooms, or downsizing, to create a more comfortable environment without resorting to an immediate sale. 2. Trusting unreliable individuals with financial management. Widows and financial vulnerability. A guide to protecting yourself. Following the loss of a spouse, widows face not only profound grief, but also significant financial challenges. In many families, the husband manages the majority of financial matters, from investments and savings to long-term asset management. This leaves widows grappling with unfamiliar financial complexities, potentially leading to feelings of overwhelm and uncertainty. In their grief and emotional vulnerability, widows may be more susceptible to trusting those offering assistance, including unqualified financial experts or even well-meaning but ill-equipped relatives. Why widows may be vulnerable to exploitation. Several factors contribute to a widow's vulnerability. Lack of financial experience. Many women haven't actively participated in managing complex family finances, such as investments or property. This lack of experience can leave them feeling unprepared and easily influenced by external advice without fully understanding the risks involved. Emotional fragility. Grief impairs judgment. Widows experiencing loss and loneliness may be more likely to seek help from individuals whose competence and motives they haven't thoroughly vetted. Pressure from family and friends. While well-intentioned, advice from family and friends may not be financially sound, potentially exacerbating the situation. This, coupled with the appearance of helpful outsiders, can further reduce caution. Attractive offers from unqualified experts. Widows may be targeted by unscrupulous financial professionals offering dubious investment products or financial management services. Their vulnerability makes them easy targets for exploitation. Consequences of placing trust in untrustworthy individuals. The consequences of trusting unqualified individuals can be severe. Financial loss and fraud. This is the most significant risk. Dishonest individuals may exploit a widow's lack of knowledge and emotional state to misappropriate assets, gain access to bank accounts, or pressure them into signing disadvantageous contracts. Erosion of trust. Financial loss leads to a loss of trust, not only in the perpetrator but also in others. This can result in isolation, suspicion, and impaired future decision-making. Financial instability. Poor financial decisions made under duress can lead to long-term financial instability or even bankruptcy, impacting the family for generations. Protecting yourself. Advice and prevention. Delay financial decisions. Avoid rushing into any financial decisions immediately following your loss. Take time to process your grief and assess your situation before making any significant changes. Seek independent professional advice. Consult reputable, independent financial advisors with appropriate qualifications and no personal stake in your assets. Verify their credentials through established regulatory bodies. Thorough due diligence. Always request and verify credentials, experience, and fees before entrusting anyone with your financial affairs. Seek second opinions and carefully review all contracts. Beware of too good to be true opportunities. Be wary of investment schemes or financial plans promising exceptionally high returns. These are often red flags for scams. Proceed with extreme caution and seek independent verification. 3. Receiving a lump sum insurance payout or pension. Initial feelings and psychological impact of receiving a large sum. After the loss of a spouse, widows often face a period of emotional turmoil and significant stress. Receiving a lump sum, such as life insurance or a pension payout, can provide a temporary sense of relief. This sum, potentially tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, may initially feel like a financial lifeline, offering a sense of immediate stability and the belief that immediate problems can be solved. However, this is a financial decision requiring careful consideration, as it's a one-time payment, not a sustainable income stream. Rapid spending or a lack of long-term planning can lead to severe financial consequences. Risks and consequences of a lump sum payment. Unwise spending and rapid depletion. A large lump sum can tempt widows into unnecessary expenditures, such as shopping sprees, travel, gifts, or ill-advised investments. Without a detailed spending plan and a full understanding of long-term financial needs, the money can quickly vanish without providing lasting benefit. Loss of government benefits and increased taxes. A less considered factor is the potential impact on government benefits or increased tax liability. Receiving a lump sum may push the recipient into a higher income bracket, resulting in increased income tax or the loss of social welfare entitlements. This can create further financial hardship once the lump sum is depleted. Loss of financial stability. Without careful planning, widows may lack a stable income source in the future. If the insurance or pension payout is spent and no savings or other income exists, they may face significant financial difficulties for the rest of their lives. This can create immense emotional and life pressures, especially without a spouse's financial support. Alternative options and advice for wise spending. Opting for monthly payments, regular payments. Instead of a lump sum, widows should consider receiving payments monthly or in installments. This ensures a steady income stream over the long term, preventing the rapid depletion of funds. Such options include annuities, providing regular payments over a defined period, offering long-term financial security. Considering long-term expenses, a regular monthly income allows for more effective financial management, protecting assets without the worry of running out of money. Seeking professional financial advice before accepting a lump sum. widows should consult an independent financial advisor. An advisor can explain the long-term implications of a lump sum, offering alternatives such as spreading payments, smart investments, or other financial options to ensure future stability. Creating a long-term financial plan. After receiving the payout, widows should develop a detailed financial plan to ensure responsible spending. This includes creating a realistic budget, investing in secure assets, saving for emergencies, and considering major expenses only when absolutely necessary. 4. Entering into a surety agreement for significant loans or making substantial gifts due to feelings of guilt. The psychology behind the actions. After the loss of a spouse, a woman may experience a range of intense emotions, including grief, loss, and loneliness. She may feel a strong sense of responsibility for the well-being of her family, particularly children and grandchildren, or other loved ones. In some cases, guilt may arise, leading her to believe she must compensate for her spouse's absence. This feeling of responsibility can prompt her to make financial decisions without fully considering the long-term consequences. This emotional state can make widows vulnerable to impulsive financial decisions, especially those involving significant financial commitments. They may perceive co-signing loans or making large gifts as expressions of love, support, and responsibility, unaware of the potential for severe repercussions to their personal and family finances. Risks and consequences of co-signing loans and making large gifts. Creating financial obligations. Co-signing a loan creates a legal obligation to repay the debt if the borrower defaults. This can place a significant financial burden on the widow, potentially jeopardizing her future financial security. Failure to repay the loan could result in the seizure of assets, including personal accounts. Loss of financial stability. A major consequence of co-signing loans or making substantial gifts is the erosion of the widow's own financial resources. The gifted or guaranteed funds may represent a crucial portion of her future security. Impulsive financial decisions can lead to significant financial losses, impacting her long-term financial well-being and potentially diminishing her ability to save for future needs, such as healthcare, retirement, or maintaining her own financial stability. Guilt and family responsibility. Following the loss of a spouse, women often face feelings of loneliness and heightened responsibility, especially if they have children, grandchildren, or other relatives requiring financial support. Guilt may arise if a child requests financial assistance for debt repayment or investment in a project. The widow may feel compelled to fill the void left by her spouse, leading her to readily agree to requests without considering the long-term implications. This can result in substantial financial losses. Emotional distress and family discord. If a borrower defaults on a co-signed loan or a large gift is made without repayment, the widow may face legal and financial difficulties. Beyond the challenges of recovering the gifted funds, this can create significant family tension. Such financial conflicts can lead to family division and fractured relationships. Potential risks of making gifts or co-signing loans. Irrecoverable funds. Gifts made without a clear agreement or formal contract may be irretrievable. This poses significant challenges to personal financial management, especially when those funds could have been used to ensure long-term financial security. Risks associated with the borrower. If the borrower defaults or experiences financial hardship, the widow bears the responsibility for debt repayment. This can lead to severe financial difficulties, undermining her ability to maintain her lifestyle and damaging her savings or assets. Legal risks. Co-signing loans or providing financial assistance without proper preparation can lead to legal issues if the borrower defaults. The widow may face lawsuits or asset seizure. Preventive measures and advice. Setting clear financial boundaries. Widows should prioritize protecting their own financial well-being. They need to establish clear limits on financial assistance to family and loved ones, ensuring their own future stability is not compromised. Careful consideration before co-signing. If co-signing a loan is unavoidable, the widow should fully understand the terms and legal implications. Seeking advice from a financial advisor or lawyer is crucial to understanding the risks and obligations before making a decision. Avoid large unnecessary gifts. Large gifts require careful consideration. A clear contract should be in place, and widows should avoid gifting funds they may need in the future. Seek professional financial advice. Before making any significant financial decisions, widows should consult with financial professionals to ensure they are making informed choices and not driven by emotion. Life is rarely easy, but after hardship, you deserve a secure and stable future. These financial mistakes can cost you your most precious assets. Therefore, remember that every decision you make today impacts tomorrow's stability. Avoid letting emotions dictate your choices, and always equip yourself with sound knowledge to protect what you've built. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with the women in your life. Let's empower each other to be stronger and more secure on this journey.